C.
For 27 years, our next guest has sat next to radio shock jock Howard Stern, and she's laughed through such pleasantries as the biggest man boobs contest and the crack whore view. Now that's what I call a good sidekick. Please welcome Robin Quivers. Now.
Oh, stop.
How much did you lose and how did you do it?
I lost 60 pounds.
Girl.
Don't even show that. But yeah, it was a long journey. I had to do a lot of investigating.
Yes.
And I finally found a way to eat that is comfortable, healthy, and supports me in being the best that I can be.
Tell it to us. We have to hear every single
Well, I
thing.
became a vegan. That's what worked for me.
Did you used to eat a lot of meat? How was that being a vegan?
I ate a lot of cheese and I ate a lot of dairy.
So what can't you eat when you're a vegan?
Anything.
So what diet is? You gotta give up some stuff, boy.
I basically eat vegetables. I get my protein from hemp, which is a thing that... No.
From hemp?
She wouldn't be vegan if she was doing that. It's a whole other thing.
Well, hemp happens to be one of the best sources of protein out
do you
there.
get that?
And now they sell it in health food stores. There's hemp powder, there's hemp milk.
So you drink it, I guess, huh?
Milk.
You can put it in a smoothie or, you know, whatever. You mix it up and you
Can I
drink
ask
it.
you like a really dopey question? Does a younger man help?
Well, the last 10 pounds?
Yeah.
That's a joke.
You've been dating Jim
Where's
Florentine.
my God. Yes, there he is.
Congratulations on that
So I was going to ask you if you did exercise, so I guess the answer is yes. Okay.
You met Jim on, was he on the show when you
Well,
met?
he's been doing the show for years,
Okay.
and so we knew each other for a very long time, and it just so happened that we were single at the same time, and he came in to do the show, and Howard just said, you know, so Robin hasn't dated anybody since she broke up with her last boyfriend, and he said, well, I'll take you out to dinner.
So Howard set you up. You know what's funny?
Basically, yes.
That's great. I actually ran into him the other day, and we had a long conversation. He's a nice man about parenting of all things. And
Can you believe?
I know, but then
Well,
people
he's
kind
off the air.
Well, he is. I think he's an incredible man. But a lot of people, not fans of his, will say that he objectifies women and that you sitting by his side sometimes kind of feed into that fire. What do you say to them when they say
Well,
that?
basically, I say, first of all, I'm there. I am not taking off my top. I'm not doing any other crazy things. Secondly, we invite the women. They come of their own free will. And, you know, they're women who, you know, they're sexual beings, and they want that side of themselves shown. We actually had a woman once come in on her 25th birthday and say, and she said, this is what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, we would be stunting her growth.
Yes.
By stopping her.
That would be a disservice. It would be.
Disservice.
That's right. She would not have been fulfilled.
Has there but you know, because Howard can get pretty crazy. Has there ever been a time where you thought he went too far, he crossed the line?
Yeah.
Well, you know, there are some times where we have interactions with each other, much like you do here. And, you know, it gets a little heated sometimes, and each of us has walked off the show at one time or another because it got to be too much, that it was too personal. It was, you know, we just didn't know how to handle it at that moment, and we said, you know what, I'm out of here.
How do you make it
But there's
better?
a big fight going on right now, isn't there? With
Yes. And we don't even know how that's going to turn out because it happened right as we were about to go on vacation. And he got up and left the show, and that's where we left it. We had to go on with the show that day.
Can I ask you a dumb question? I don't know if I asked you this before. How did you meet Howard?
We met because we were hired by the same radio station. He was a disc jockey in Detroit, and I was doing news in Baltimore. They wanted to put a new team together in Washington, and the program director said, you know what, there are only these 2-man teams on the radio. At least if we had a male and a female voice, it would distinguish us in the market. Little did she know that she was going to create this incredible thing. But yeah, that's how we met.
Good
Robin,
for
I want you to tell everybody about your upcoming benefit.
Yes, thank you so much. You know, in addition to doing this show, I try to sometimes give back to people. And I had a bunch of girlfriends, and we were always out having good times together. And we just thought, you know what, we're all having such a wonderful life, and it's time for us to do something with our time besides talk about men. So we decided we would throw a charity event, and each year adopt a charity that's struggling to get its feet on the ground and help them raise money to get set. And we met this wonderful woman whose name is Zabiba, who's from a country called Eritrea in Africa, and she escaped as a little girl from a refugee camp and came here, started a life for herself, and now she has started a foundation called Healing Bridges, which helps the women of her country and other countries in Africa that have been ravaged by war, women in refugee camps. She helps them to start their own businesses or to get jobs, and she also supports children who have been orphaned by AIDS. And it's called Healing Bridges. We're having a wonderful party on April 17th. There's still tickets available at the Rainbow Room here in New York. And there are going to be some wonderful, amazing women there. And we have an online auction on Charity Folks to help us raise money. We have things like you can come visit us in the studio. You can have dinner with me. Go online. You can visit Betty. You can visit.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.